YouTube, it's Tone, and I'm back with another one. Already too, that was quick. So look, I know that I mentioned in the what was the other video? The Treasury Court Notice of Fraud, the 211 form. So I know I referenced in that video, which is right before this one, I referenced the 56F fiduciary form. So this is what I was talking about when I was saying that you can assign the court and or judge or whatever, assign them the proper position in the trust as a fiduciary instead of them trying to parade as the beneficiary. So what you're gonna do is, you see this form here, Patrick Devine. I mean, he's got a lot of awesome videos too if you want to check that out. A lot of really good information. I don't know if you ever put any of it to use. That's none of my business. But everything here is absolutely correct as far as trying to reach settlement and closure of the case based on law. And so if you look at this document here, it's got so everything in the red is going to be your information, right? You put your social in there. You're going to put the fiduciary's name, which is going to be the judge, the address of the courthouse here, the phone number, and then down in the bottom you're going to see other. When it says section A, authority, down in line F, you're going to see other, describe assignment by plaintiff in district court case number XYZ for settlement per the law. Because whoever brings the charge has to bring the remedy. They can't just charge you up on something if there's no way out of it. There's definitely a way out of it, but they're not going to tell you that. But I will tell you that. And this is the way out of it. So you're going to go in there and tell them that you're in there for settlement and closure. You're also going to send a copy of this to the IRS Criminal Investigations Department, preferably out of the state that you have the court case in, because they're all usually in this bullshit together. But you send this to an IRS Criminal Investigations Division outside of that state, and they're going to come tax that ass. So they're going to come in there and they're going to make them pay. And or more than likely, when you start filing this documentation, they're just going to go ahead and settle the case, if I had to imagine. I don't think that they can really afford to have the IRS running up in their fucking crooked ass operations, right? That's not good for business. And there's a lot more other people out there that they can rob besides you. It doesn't have to be you. You know what I'm saying? So when you start doing things like this, they know that you know that they know that you know. You know what I'm saying? Get it done. So the second part of this document, and so the first document was chopped off because that was all that really had to be filled out. Everything under that you can just leave blank. So when you move on to the second document, which is what I have here, it's gonna be the court administrative proceedings, which is all that they are. It's an administration thing. You know what I mean? I don't even understand why they even make people go in there, because it could all be handled through the mail. But they need you to physically be in there in order for them to have jurisdiction over you anyway. Which I don't understand how they're getting jurisdiction over people doing video conferences like they've been doing. They have people literally sitting in a facility and then they're doing a video conference. How are you gaining the jurisdiction without physically having them inside of your place of business? That shit is crazy. So in this paper, the court administrative proceedings, you're gonna have United States District Court, or whatever district court if you're in one, or Superior, whatever it may be. You're gonna go ahead and put the date and everything here, and then down at the bottom, so let me see what we have here. Yeah, so it says the original assigner signed Form 56 fiduciary contract that should remain with the assigner. Therefore, with this copy, you have 3 days as your right to choose to sign the contract or not to sign the contract. But if you choose not to sign, then you are required to vacate your present office of American Maritime Commercial Monetary Fiduciary Responsibility because you have dishonored the office. Either way, after 3 days, a copy of the accepted or rejected decision is required to be returned by the assigner. Upon acceptance, it is then under the 3-day rule of law to have it resolved or settled, with all remaining residue returned to the assigner. As the assignee, reassigning of this fiduciary action, you are now under a form of exposure to the law that is needed to bring about the resolve and settlement of the above identified civil, maritime, commercial court case for the proper disposition of the residue. This action is the original lessor's demand for rent due to the government lessees per the flag of land of admiral and maritime executor, also known as the original assigner, reassigner, assertor. All right, and so this is what you're gonna have here: assigner, reassigner, assertor is gonna be your name down there in the bottom. So and once you get that signed and served over to them, and you definitely want to have them served properly, either through registered mail, or you want to have like a U.S. Marshal serve them, or a constable or something like that. But you definitely want to make sure that you have no proof of service to them. And then from that point on, more than likely within the 3 days, you're going to get a call with them trying to make you an offer or something like that, right? So, and so when you understand the real nature behind what it is that's going on here, you understand that it's a commercial atmosphere and you treat it accordingly. It's hard sometimes not to take it personal, because when you really understand, you know what it is that they're trying to do, and so. It's crazy, but it's nothing personal. It's really all just business, and the only people that will be taking this shit personal will be them. But that's not your problem. You know what I'm saying? Just know who you are and where you stand, and that these people cannot bring charges against you unless they're willing to make them disappear. And of course, they can make them disappear. You see that, right? Depending on how much money you throw at them. Well, you can just throw these pieces of paper at them and watch that shit disappear just like magic. So that's what I got for you for now. Until we meet again.